Yeah, what's going on Facebook? What's going on YouTube? What's going on Clubhouse? This is your boy Big Mar with the Genesis Block Live, our flagship show of the Black Bitcoin Billionaires. It is so good to be with you this morning. This is brought to you by Exodus, the wallet of choice of the Black Bitcoin Billionaires for a hot wallet. So make sure y'all check out the Exodus wallet. They actually are running an IPO as well right now, but we ain't talking about that. You know what we talking about today is Bitcoin. So what's going on, Bitcoin Zay, man? I caught the tail end of this morning's Gentleman of Crypto while I was getting this thing set up. Can we talk about some of the news stories that you had on this morning on the Gentleman of Crypto?
Oh yeah, so thank you for that, Lamar. I just want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in. The Gentleman of Crypto, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. We have just started today on the Black Bitcoin Billionaires. We'll be going on daily, so you can catch your news if you can't get us on YouTube. So our top news stories for today, the first big news story, we have two main ones. The first big news story was JP Morgan, the infamous Jamie Dimon. And for those who heard me earlier, I have a lot of strong words for JP Morgan. Basically, fucked them as a rap label, as a record label, as a crew, because at this point it's pretty egregious what they've done in the media and what Jamie Dimon has done with basically some of the quotes we put out from him from before was that he said, "I could care less about Bitcoin. I don't understand the value of something without value. People who purchase Bitcoin are stupid. Who cares about Bitcoin? Governments are going to crush Bitcoin one day. This is the last time I talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a great product if you are a criminal," and other greatest hits from Jamie Dimon. But today, he just allowed his clients to invest in Bitcoin because, as we always like to say, you don't have a choice. It doesn't matter how big your corporation or how small your business is, you will have to adapt to the Bitcoin standard. And Jamie Dimon, it took him a little while, but he understands now. So his clients can now invest, and I'm sure his clients actually approached him and said, "Hey man, we missed the best performing asset of the last decade. What the hell are you doing, Jamie? I don't care what your personal feelings are. I need to invest in Bitcoin," and I'm sure that's why they allowed it. So that was our first big story of the day. Our second big story is a combination of two. We have some more NFL players getting paid in Bitcoin and crypto. So we have Sean Colgan. He's a tight end for the Chiefs, formerly of the San Diego Chargers. He is getting paid his entire $920,000 salary in Bitcoin next year, and he expressed it through Twitter, and he's basically said that he has a long-term view. He's not doing this for a quick flip, and that was one of the best things you could hear from an NFL player, that they don't think this is something that is fly by night, just quick flip, tomorrow I'll get more type thing. This is a long-term view. And also we have the potential number one pick, Trevor Lawrence from Clemson, quarterback. AKA White Jesus, who is accepting Ethereum as his payment for his signing bonus. He's partnered up with FTX to get that. And even though I think he should have got it in Bitcoin, again, all roads lead to Bitcoin, in my opinion. So hopefully he'll get that salary and learn what to actually do with it. But yes, we're seeing NFL players adopting the same thing. Russell Okung, who was the first to do it, the old lineman for the Panthers. Everybody, I believe, professionally is going to want to get paid in Bitcoin at some point. So those were our main stories for today.
Man, that is awesome, brother. That is awesome. Listen, we were talking a little bit about this. If anybody who's on Clubhouse and has joined the Black Bitcoin Billionaires, we're going to start having a pre-show that you can come join and jump on stage and kind of talk about some of this stuff before we get our experts up here. That Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan Chase story is a big one to me. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you actually go and look at the story, one of the things that we noticed, you heard what Zay said. Zay said, you know what I'm saying, F everything about Jamie Dimon and JP Morgan Chase, because they keep doing this. They told us all of this stuff was awful, and now all of a sudden they're going to offer this to their certain clients. And when they say certain, you know what clients they're talking about. They're talking about those very high earning, high net worth clients, which is what I believe the banks are trying to turn this into. What do you guys think as a panel, man? Like, I want to say this JP Morgan stuff, it sounds like really good news and everybody's getting excited about it. But what are the small print that you all are reading from this? Do you think that's what people are trying to do, is get more big money into the game and maybe make this to where only accredited investors can invest? What do y'all think about that?
Yeah, that's definitely a part of it. I think they're trying to change the narrative, definitely, to institutional investors, that they have, a better Bitcoin investment product, and because they're not well versed on Bitcoin, and that the point of it is for you to own it, I think they will get away with it with some older institutional investors. And I think not just them, Goldman Sachs, Citibank, all these banks that are coming out now in support of Bitcoin are trying to change the narrative to them, which is why I'm glad we do what we do, trying to make sure people, regular everyday people, can make sure they buy Bitcoin, because when big money flows in, I think a lot of the supply will be bought up, and the price increase that I think is coming this summer will price out a lot of people from buying a large amount of Bitcoin. So I do think that's what they're doing. That's basically the only plan they have, is to buy as much as they can, but it still raises the value of Bitcoin.
Right, man. Right. What do y'all think, man? This conversation I've been wanting to have, because it seems like even the raising the value of Bitcoin, it seems like they trying to put more Bitcoin into the hands of the wealthy.
It's already happened, because if you go into like an institution right now, or like a financial advisor, and you try to open, let's say get an IRA with certain funds that are considered aggressive, they will only do it if you meet certain like either income or wealth requirements. So it's like already happening. This is just switch Bitcoin into as a aggressive fund.
Yeah, and what I'll say in the words of Bitcoin Zay, no keys, no cheese. So if you're not getting your own private keys to these funds, do you really own your Bitcoin, or are they taking the majority of it and you're just getting exposure to it? So I think they're trying to make it easier for people, which is going to be great for adoption. But if you don't actually own it, you're not actually utilizing the utility of Bitcoin, and you're not actually getting the full financial benefits, because they are.
But I think that this is different, right? Because I think what you guys are saying is right, but I think this is the type of people. Like, I think that's what is most important here. Like, what type of people are they trying to get into it? And we got to realize,
rich, dumb people.
Yeah, exactly. We got to realize that what they're doing right now is they're trying to get it out of the hands of the common everyday person, because they realize that if this thing is really big, 18 million coins have already been out there, which means that the common everyday person has the majority of the coins right now. Let's just be all the way real. There are people out here that have so many Bitcoin that are just a normal everyday run-of-the-mill nerd that just got him back in the day while he was playing Dungeons and Dragons. Like, real talk. There's so many of those types of guys out here that if this does what we think it's going to do, it's going to flip everything upside down. And so now you see them trying to offer it to their biggest and quote-unquote brightest fiat people, so that they can come in and buy them up. This is why what we do at the Black Bitcoin Billionaires is so important, like Zay said earlier. We are trying to get it into your hands. We are trying to get you to be the ones that hold on to it. All of these games they play with the price and how they manipulate it and all of that is just to get you to let go of it, so they can come in and scoop it up like they did Big Mama's house in the hood. Like, this is what's going on right now. They trying to gentrify your Bitcoin right now, and we have to stop it, man.
Yeah, I agree, Lamar. Like, what they're doing, they're pushing against the redistribution of wealth that Bitcoin promises, right? So I think when it comes to any large bank, they're going to follow the money. They tried to ignore Bitcoin until they couldn't. And why couldn't they? Because their large, wealthy clients said, what are we doing? I'm looking at these returns and we're not there. So they created products around it because that's where the money was. And so I think we'll continue to see that. And I agree. I mean, I think that they are going to change the narrative to make it a high growth, super risky, aggressive product that only certain people should be invested in, with the support of Bank X, and the fees associated with that support. And that's just not true. And I agree. That's why what we do is so important, because we've got to push against that narrative. And Sade agrees too.
I think banks are in an acquisition phase, not just for Bitcoin itself, but for the clients that'll help them finance it. In the future, not everybody's going to be able to own Bitcoin. There's only 21 million of them. And in the future, everybody is going to be using the Bitcoin network. And I think this is an attempt by the big banks to have their manifest destiny and claim their acreage on the Bitcoin network. Right. So that way they can use it in the future. JP Morgan, Chase, they'll just all have their own Lightning nodes and run their own Lightning channels with their banking institutions and roll out the red carpet for their larger customers.
Because can you imagine a world where they said you can't have access to Bitcoin unless you're accredited? It basically is putting us back into the reason why Bitcoin existed in the first place, especially for me. And I know for Zay, when we always talk about it, it's the fact that we have access to it and there are no laws that are keeping us, quote unquote, saving us from ourselves. Can you imagine a world where they say, you know what, Bitcoin's too volatile and people are losing too much money on it. Only accredited investors can invest in this, like early stage startups. When that happens, this is when you have to understand. That's when you have to draw the line. There's a line going to be drawn in the sand. And the question is, are you going to be on the side of the rebellion? Or are you going to be on the side of the empire? Because the empire right now is trying to strike back. I'm telling you right now.
This is kind of like a rerun, during the early America and colonial times when you had to be a landowner to to be able to vote and to participate in the political process, like be a politician. So they're just doing the same thing with Bitcoin. So I agree with you totally.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people understand the magnitude of that. How they're shielding, everyone else away from this investment and just simply offering it to the rich and the wealthy that have access to it. And then the crazy part is this: knowing how banks work, these people who invest in Bitcoin won't even own it anyway. More than likely, they have a fiat version of it, a fiat representation of Bitcoin. But when they finally get hip to what's really going on and want to actually get Bitcoin out, they won't be able to get it anyway.
Yeah, and that's why this education, like Charlene has said, everything that we're doing in here is we're trying to educate people on the fundamentals of it. So, for instance, in finance world and accounting world, I see it from one perspective. Before I started listening to Lamar, I didn't understand the tech side of this whatsoever. I just saw, hey, this is a nice performing asset, it's a scarce asset, the market cap's kind of low, and so that's what I saw. But when you mix in the technicalities, the how the blockchain's actually working, I think when you mix it all together, that's what's most important. So, us on this panel, us having all different perspectives is what really helps educate people. And so I think that we need to keep doing that, like Lamar said, because if down the road you can't buy from Cash App because all the supply is gone, what are really people thinking? Do they know the difference between a Bitcoin and a centralized bank digital currency or a stable coin? Like, do they really know that stuff?
The most offensive part, I think, about all of it is the fact that they're offering it to rich and wealthy people. They're offering Bitcoin to rich and wealthy people, and it's something that they didn't even create. This is something that they have no ownership of at all. They had no hands in the making of Bitcoin, but they're keeping it from the common people it was made for. It was made to protect people's finances against these predatory systems. And so it's just super offensive when you really think about what they're trying to do and how they're trying to cause this, keep this wealth gap maintained.
Rico, they had a hand in creating it. Remember, they the ones who caused the collapse, 2008. So
right, tech-wise, they didn't make it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they the one. You right. They the ones blew everything up and had us make us fix it right now. Anyway, that's what Bitcoin was in response to that, right?
And see, what they're doing is trying to. Well, actually, Jamie Dimon.
I think you cut out, Granny.
Kind of thing where they put that FUD out there to try to get people to think that Bitcoin is not good. So what do? They turn around and come and try to buy it and get their quote unquote wealthy investors to snap up all the Bitcoin.
Right.
But I say to my people, do not be fooled by the red herring. Keep your eye on the prize, stack your Satoshis, and hold on to your Satoshis.
Granny, that takes some That's what I'm talking about. Keep your eye on the prize.
It makes sense now why you see all these business publications coming out with all this FUD about Bitcoin. I forgot what it was, like a day or so ago. There was one of the business. I don't know if it was Forbes. I don't want to say the wrong one, but anyway, they were talking about Bitcoin is backed by nothing, and that's its biggest problem. It seems like that they're working with these financial institutions and the elite, and in a way, the actual opening of wallets with people with less than like 10 Bitcoin has decreased significantly, and you see that the number of wallets with people above 10 Bitcoin is actually increasing. So I think the FUD in a way is having some impact. So I think the room that we have like this, our club, is like really important to get that message out there.
Hey, T-Mac, you right on it. As far as the FUD, I do the news, been doing the news every day for 4 years, and the banks are absolutely working with media. Whenever you see these stories about like Bitcoin's energy use and Bitcoin's not backed by anything, they come out randomly during the time where we see consolidation. And anybody that's a trader knows that in consolidation with price, that's when you're supposed to buy in a bull market. And I think that's when we saw a lot of institutions buying over the last 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, I think I know that FUD is definitely real. Bitcoin has died 9,000 times over the last few years, and it's always just happens to come out right before a big pop in the price. So if you need to know who's buying it, it's usually institutional buying. It's not regular people keeping the price down with their money in order to accumulate. It's definitely whales and big banks. So yeah, you're right. The FUD is there. That's why you got to ignore it and listen to people like us.
Because the biggest thing is that part of that push upward, it has some retail in it, right? That's the big thing. Like they get the party going, they get the wave going, and a lot of people jump on the wave as it's going up. The problem is those type of people that just jump on waves are the same ones that jump off waves when the price goes down. So they can get the price up, get a lot of value pushed into the market, then they can mess around and suppress the price really quickly, and they know what's going to happen. All of those wave jumpers are going to jump back off. They're going to get the price at a lower point and then start pushing it up again, and everybody, oh, here it comes, it's back, let's jump in. That's why we tell people, if you want to do it, if you're going to get into it, just dollar cost average. Like, quit trying to jump on and off of waves. Just stand in the wave pool like the Fat Daddy. You know how the Fat Daddy be in the wave pool, just standing there letting the waves just hit him and he just keep bouncing? That's all you do. Just stay in the middle of the wave pool. Like, there's no reason to kind of try to catch every wave. You know what I'm talking about? Because I am the Fat Daddy. You know what I'm talking about? Like, that's what it is, y'all. Like, just hold on. Grab some, hold on. Grab some, hold on. The funny thing is, whenever there's price swings in the short term, I always get text messages. Ma, keep buying, right? I'm supposed to keep buying, right? I'm like, look, bro, just stay the course. Slow and easy. Zoom out a little bit. Take your time. Let the gains come to you. Grab some Bitcoin and chill. We've been saying that since back in the coin days. Grab you some Bitcoin and just chill. You know what I mean? Somebody said, Lamar, that image you just described, but it was a good analogy. I guess I done made everybody think about the Fat Daddy at the pool, at the wave pool.
Oh man, with the shirt off.
With the shirt off and the baby swimming trunks. You know what I'm talking about. Well, look, let's get off of that subject real quick, man. I think we have exhausted the subject about JP Morgan, and let's move on to these NFL players taking their entire, or the one NFL player taking his entire salary. Shout out to Russell Okung for basically setting the standard for that. But what do you guys think about that? Do you think there'll be more people, not just football players and people that have millions? Do you think there'll be more people that'll be willing to take their entire salary in Bitcoin moving forward?
If they smart, yeah. If they got the right financial advisors, for sure. But again, most of these financial advisors, is not in their best interest to have them in Bitcoin. So there's that too.
There's a tricky thing. A lot of these celebrities use traditional banks for their financial advising. So, that bank they might say yes, but they're definitely not going to be able to get those keys. They're going to put them in a Bitcoin fund. So that's a no-no. So, but I'm hopeful.
I think that's why they're in such a hurry to come out with these unnecessary financial services to hold people's Bitcoin, because they're realizing that's the trend. lot of athletes are moving over, and Russell Okung got a lot of people hip to how much of a sound and awesome investment Bitcoin is in the crypto space in general. And so that's what you're seeing. And then you see these financial services adjust accordingly to try to make themselves continue to look needed.
That's right, because it's actually a loss to them, right? So they can't get any fees for that huge fund, and then they lose a huge client that is like millions of dollars long term. So they're looking at it as a huge loss if these celebrities move away from them as investment clients.
Well, I would say, in the words of Jamal Boykin, he's a coach for the Lakers last year and won a championship. In the words of Jamal Boykin, he said, "Fire your financial advisors if you have one that cannot describe Bitcoin to you," because he was the guy who introduced Nipsey Hussle to Bitcoin. He helps out a lot of LA. I think he's been to Naja's crypto blockchain plug. But yeah, Jamal Boykin, him as well as other professional athletes, their financial advisors literally stifle them from doing anything with their own money. So you're right, Black Regal. I think they're creating these products around them being able to put them in these things. But again, with the right information, none of them would use them. They would literally say, "Well, I'll just buy it myself."
That's right.
Exactly.
Because they don't need them. They really don't.
They don't, not at all. And especially not in the Bitcoin world. They may need them for the other stuff, but Bitcoin is meant for you to literally be sovereign. So yeah, just getting to them, talking to a bunch of athletes, a lot of them know about it. Even more want to buy it. They just can't in their eyes because their financial advisor is telling them no. So yeah, like Jamal Boykin said, fire your financial advisor. If you're a multimillionaire professional athlete or just multimillionaire period, and they're telling you not to buy Bitcoin, you have a way higher risk tolerance. Don't listen to them. Buy Bitcoin and listen to yourself.
Yeah, fire your financial advisor and buy a ledger.
All 2020.
That's facts. Here's the question. So let's go all the way into that though. What are some of the challenges you all see with taking your salary in Bitcoin? Of course, I know some of them, but I would love to just hear from the panel of what are some of the challenges you all see with taking your full salary in Bitcoin.
I think the first challenge would be the tax implications. Because when you receive cryptocurrency as wages, the fair market value of whatever you received in the US dollar will be what you have to pay in taxes. And so it seems like they're going to be receiving it in Ethereum or Bitcoin and then having to possibly sell a portion of it in order to pay the taxes. I don't know if they would take a loan out, collateralized loan against it. Then how would you ever, pay it back? Would you always be in a constant state of repayment? I'm not sure how they would do that, but it'd be very interesting to see, some of the solutions to that challenge.
Go ahead, Isaiah.
Yeah, I think it was you, Fred. You good?
Oh, okay. Hey, I was just going to say, as of right now, unless your mortgage company or your landlord is taking Bitcoin, if you're taking your entire check in Bitcoin and you're not able to actually pay anyone in fiat, you are making, as CJ said, you're making those taxable events as well, because now you have to go and cash out back into fiat in order to pay your mortgage or rent. So some of those things, it sounds all good and dandy on our end, because we definitely want to be able to take advantages of having, whether 100% or close to 100% of our paycheck in crypto. But at the same time, if we still need to pay any of our bills, we would have to sell out and do whatever, and then create additional taxable events with that.
Yeah, that's right, Fred. One of the things though I was gonna say is that when you finally realize and understand Bitcoin, you start thinking a little different anyway. So when you weren't maybe on a budget before, you start putting yourself on a budget because you like, what don't I need so I can continue to stack his Bitcoin, because I need to grab as much of this as possible. Like, that's what changes. So even if you can't take your full salary, what you do is you break down how much of your salary you actually need. You get yourself on a very, very tight budget. And if you want to really stack these sats, you say, look, every single time I get paid this amount, I'm completely taking into Bitcoin and I'm never touching it. If you can get to that point, you'll start seeing some incredible gains. People who have done that over the last, let's say they did it since the last big high, the last big cycle we were in. They would have been up 300% on whatever they put away. So imagine that. All of that extra money you took and put to the side out of your paycheck, you made 3 times that. Like, think about how crazy that is. Let's say if that was 20%. Now all of a sudden you save 20% of your money, but you wind up getting 60% of what you made. Think about it, of your salary back in that savings. That's an amazing feat, man. And that's what happens when you have sound money.
Hey, can I jump in for a second, Lamar? I just got in. I got off court, and then I got to go back on a little bit. But this is interesting. Perfect timing. So last week, and I got to talk to my accountant, which I'll be giving him a call. One of my companies, in order for us to do the payment, they're paying me as an employee. But what they're doing is I had my partner pay me in Bitcoin. And this is crazy. So by the time I got the Bitcoin transfer, this happened last week, just started it for the first time, it went up by $50. Here's the interesting part. My accountant question here is we had taken out the taxes based on the original amount. So the question is, do I have to redo an accounting for the additional $50 that occurred between the time that the Bitcoin was actually sent out and the time I received it?
Yeah, so the second that you actually hold it, own it, and you have dominion to send it, that's when the taxable event occurs. So, for instance, there's lots of people who receive bonuses in crypto, but they have to wait a year or two until they're vested in order to move it. You don't, the actual income doesn't, like the taxable event doesn't come in until you can actually have dominion, meaning you can trade it, sell it, use it. That's the moment that the taxable event happens. So if you did it before that, then you could just adjust it. $50 seemed like a small amount, and it's still in good faith. So I really wouldn't go too heavily on it. Don't beat yourself up. But that's the way it's supposed to be done, is when you have dominion, meaning you can trade, send, or buy goods or services. That's when the taxable event occurs.
Yeah, the thing is somebody just asked, so would those athletes have to pay their taxes in fiat instead of selling crypto? If they getting paid completely in crypto, they're going to have to get the fiat, right? So that'll be a taxable event as well.
I think the way it's happening is with Strike, because you can connect to a bank account. They're getting paid by the team in cash, and then they're converting it to Bitcoin automatically.
Right, which that is beautiful.
So that is actually a better,
Yeah, that's beautiful. I'm sorry, I didn't know you weren't finished. My bad, Zay.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying that's actually a better process because, like CJ was saying, if these teams have to own Bitcoin to pay people in Bitcoin, there's a lot of taxable events going on there. And then we only want to get into other crypto currencies.
Right.
So, yeah, I think that's a better process. I think that's why Strike is winning right now, because they found a process that allows all of that stuff to happen.
Yeah, because if you're getting paid, the buy is not taxable. And that's what a beautiful thing. So I always tell people that anyway. It's like, just get your money in and then buy it with whatever, like I said, set it and forget it on like a Cash App or something. And just set however much that is, and you're still getting quote unquote paid in Bitcoin. It's just you're making it a buy, which establishes your cash basis at that point. Which is beautiful, because it's still you're gonna still have the same income you had before. But if you do what Greg was talking about, where they paying you in Bitcoin, when you receive it at that day, that's the price that becomes your cost basis, right, CJ?
Yes, sir. Cost basis is the amount that was paid for or received plus any types of fees.
Right, and so that changes, because think if they said, Lamar, I'm gonna give you $100, that's what your contract is for, and then Bitcoin goes up 100% in the month and a half before they finish paying the invoice. Then when you get the Bitcoin, now you got taxable income of $200. Hey, it gets like that, but I mean, that's a good thing to have, right? Because you might have to pay your taxes on it, but you're still up, another 70% probably, 70%.
Yeah, I always tell people taxes is just the residual. If you're paying taxes, that means you're making a lot of money. If you're not paying taxes, that means you're losing. So I'm like the opposite. Taxes it's like the opposite of good and bad, if you understand what I'm saying.
Right. You want to be paying some taxes. That means you winning something. You just don't want to be paying a whole lot of taxes.
Exactly.
Because if you ain't paying taxes for too long, your business ain't gonna exist. Because that means you done lost money constantly. You gonna be gone.
Or they're coming after you because you haven't paid anything. So yeah, it's a good thing to pay your taxes. Also get your credit up, so you can get your credit up and buy more Bitcoin.
Here's what's cool though. So we talked about this. We talked about J.P. Morgan. There's a guy named Elton on Facebook. He says, and this is be a good topic for us to discuss since we're talking about banks and what we're gonna do. It says, with central banks trying to make digital currencies like Bitcoin, do you think Bitcoin will be embraced? And do you think the people without the help of financial regulators can be sustained?
Yeah, I think even with CBDCs, which is what he's referring to being created, Bitcoin will be embraced. I think we can use an example like the Louisiana House of Representatives. They basically put out a statement thanking Satoshi Nakamoto for creating a currency that gives us economic security, which is crazy to think about, that a government body thanks Satoshi for creating Bitcoin. So when we talk about long term, I think we're well on our way. I just don't think that as far as time goes right now, we just have to wait. And I don't think that anybody's going to do anything to take it away.
Yeah, and you know what, Zay? I think it's funny because it really boils down to the fact that they do two different things.
Yeah. I mean, you just wait till they come out and you'll see that nothing like Bitcoin.
Yeah, and they think you already have digital money. I don't know why everybody don't understand this. How many people walking around with a whole bunch of cash in their pocket if they under 60 years old? Ain't too many. Let's say I'm not gonna do that. Let's say under 40. Ain't too many people under 40. People under 40 don't even hardly know what a Benjamin looks like outside of them seeing some rapper with it on as a Fiat phone, on Instagram. But most of these young cats, they only have debit cards and gift cards and digital money and wallets on their Apple device. So it's do you think that's really going to change? The only thing that's changing is the actual tool that they're using. You're just changing the tool that's happening. And for them, it makes it better because it's cheaper on settlement. You can have instantaneous settlement and not have to worry about using some clearinghouse or something to settle it. So it cuts the cost down a lot. But for us, from the user perspective, I don't think we'll see anything different. And that does not negate Bitcoin's place in society as a store of value and a store of your purchasing power. I don't think it does at all.
I think it's scary, actually, CBDCs, because you said now a lot's going to change on the government side. A lot is going to change because they're going to be able, since it's going to be a ledger, they're going to be able to trace every single transaction that you do. While you have some, and what's it called? You can be anonymous with the U.S. dollar, right, with the paper dollar, but you can't be really anonymous with that if they have a ledger and it's tying you to just like they're doing with the KYC. They can see your transactions, and this time they'll be able to follow it through the whole process as long as it stays as a dollar. So to me, it's scary. I don't want to be involved. Why would China adopt it? Because you know how China wants to actually, know what's going on in their country and control what's going on in their country, because they see that it can be used as a method to track whatever their people are doing.
Hey, T-Mac, they trying to figure out what's going on in our country, too. And some people are enabling by running these helium nodes. Let's just talk about that. Now, we ain't going to talk about that too much. I'm
scared, of CBDC, because it's if they phase out, because those dollars don't stay in circulation all that long. What they do is they shred them and issue new ones, right? So you're not going to be able to shred those CBDCs, and what's going to happen is that they're going to see when you you give your kids money or say your somebody else money for gambling or whatever, it's going to be all traceable.
Yeah, that $40 you leave on that dresser, men, y'all know what I'm talking about. I ain't never did it, but you know what I'm talking about.
I was gonna say the CBDC, the CBDC attack vector. Somebody was telling me about is that what if they say, okay, CBDCs are the standard. We have our US whatever, but you can't buy Bitcoin with it, and then there's no cash.
But here's the thing, but you know what I think though, Zay? In that situation, I think that's going to increase people buying Bitcoin with it.
Exactly.
They just gonna do it on the street. Yeah, it's gonna make it.
That's what they did in Nigeria.
It's gonna make it so easy. It's like
the price is gonna go up even faster.
Right.
We're all gonna go to Miss Naja.
Right. Hey, don't say that out loud. Not right now. Hey, Clubhouse, we are not going to Miss Naja if that happens. Nope. We are not at all.
Not gonna do it.
Yeah, we going in the back alleyway somewhere. It might be in Inglewood, but it ain't gonna be with Miss Naja. You feel me? So yeah,
you feel me?
Hey, what's going on? Quavo done finally made it up to the stage, man.
Man, I had to get a little breakfast in.
Yeah, I understand that. But yeah, man, so the crazy part about all of this, though, you guys, is that we are still speculating. Here's my question. Why do y'all think it's taking so long for the government to come down with some sort of direct regulation? Like, there's all this guidance, there's IRS guidance, right? But why do you think it's taking so long? Do you think they're trying to get themselves put in the position first of strength beforehand, or what do you think it is, man? Like, some of these countries are just they get fed up and they just like, screw it, we're going to ban all of the Bitcoin. But in the United States, we haven't seen that yet. So what do you think, man? Why do y'all think it's not like they're not going hard and fast in the United States with this? Because you think they feel like that if we can control it, that it might help us be world power into the future?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really complex. I think when it comes to your traditional government agencies, a lot of times they don't have the talent in-house to be able to make these calls. It's a new asset class, and I think they're trying to get themselves together because there's way too much money to be made and lost to be wrong. So, slow and steady.
Slow and steady. These other countries ain't caring about that. You got Turkey, Nigeria, India, China halfway on and off. These other countries, they like, we banning it. You can't fool with it. Leave it alone. Of course, Nigeria banned it and came back and was like, we can't do nothing about it. They felt powerless.
And it's a mess.
Like most people.
Exactly. Right. If they jump out too soon and they're uninformed, it's a mess. Turkey, Nigeria, India, all those countries. It's been just a big fat mess. So I think maybe in the U.S., they realize that they can't stop it. So they need to figure out how they can tax it and support it and be thoughtful about it. And I appreciate that. I mean, they just hired, the head of the SEC. He's pro crypto. That's really big, right? So he's an informed body. So they'll be a lot more, I think, measured in terms of how they plan to regulate it, which is a good thing.
My whole thing is leave it alone. Period.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, all these hoops people jump through. I mean, isn't it fun though to see that the emperor has no clothes?
None.
All these leaders and all these people that they control are waking up in cold sweats at night because they can't stop something for once.
Right, because it has nothing to do with them, and that's what I was trying to explain the other night. Like, that's what makes Bitcoin so much more powerful. It's the fact that it doesn't have a monetary policy that can be manipulated by this party or that party or some dictator, right? That's what makes it powerful, that the code, like, I can go look at the code, run the node, and make sure that the node is doing what we know it to do for myself. I don't have to trust anybody to think that, oh, they're not going to print any more money. We don't have to trust anybody. We just literally look at the code, keep it moving, and our monetary policy is solid because we know what it is.
If you look at the flip side of this, though, so I don't know, I've got the conspiracy thing going on in my head right now.
Uh-oh.
So how do you know, like, the Fed is not encouraging all these banks to actually buy crypto and issue all these, like, funds, these like GBTC, where it's actually representative of crypto, you know what I'm saying? And that way, they'll kind of squeeze the supply. And when they come out with that CBDC, we're kind of going to be forced into it. And I'm just like I was mentioning, I'm kind of afraid of that.
But that's the thing, T-Mac. Again, the majority of the coins are already out.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. So regardless of what, this is why I'm telling everybody it's important for us to hold on. As long as we ain't selling them, then they can't get them. You get what I'm saying? 18 million are in the hands of the people.
Right, but what percentage of like they're saying the adoption of it in worldwide is less than 1%. I'm not sure what it is in the U.S. Let's say it's like I don't know. Does anybody know?
Probably less than 5% though.
So that's like what let's say, like, if you take out the top 10%, you see how many common people won't be able to have that exposure to Bitcoin if it's all bought up.
But this is what I'm saying though, T-Mac. Number one, it's gonna be a while before the rest of the 3 million get finished. We got 120 days. You feel me? Like, I mean 120 days, 120 years. Right?
20 years.
Yeah, I said days. We got 120 years before that happens. So that's the first part. So now the only way that we can get it is that we need to do what we can right now to accumulate what we can, because when they get into it, the game's going to be way different. You're talking about pushing prices way up in the sky somewhere, whereas people think it's hard to get a Bitcoin down at 68,000 or 45,000 or whatever. When they get in the game, you're talking about million, 5 million. You see what I'm saying? It's going to change completely. So the thing is that the only thing we can do, T-Mac, is for us to hold on, bro. Like, us to really think about if we get, 2,000, 3,000 people to be Satoshi millionaires, and the Satoshi goes to $1. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, Lamar, I just looked up something that was pretty interesting. It shows the U.S. has about, one study said 11%, but this one says the U.S. has about 8% of Bitcoin owners in the U.S. The highest actually is Turkey, Romania, Portugal, Spain. I'm sorry, Poland and Spain and Czechoslovakia, which was interesting, higher than the U.S. But look
up Nigeria though.
I was about to say Nigeria.
Nigeria's not even on the. They're not even on this list. This says 2021.
Turkey might drop off the list after that.
That's right.
Oh, that's the reason why they own the list. Is because that government saw that what was going on and that all of their people was getting Bitcoin, and they like, we don't have control over that. Y'all need to stop it. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Nigeria.
But I think you're missing me is that the CEO of their largest exchange, took off. He basically took off with that Bitcoin in his hardware wallet and left the country. Nobody knows where he is.
It was like $2 billion worth, right?
Wow.
But he ran off because of the government. Like, here's the thing. My buddy used to run, I always tell y'all this, he used to create the software that ran exchanges in some of the craziest currency controlled countries in the world. So it was like Brazil, Pakistan, Venezuela. He said the exchange that he was, he set up for this guy in Venezuela, the government came and kicked the dude's mom's door in and raided her basement. Like, this is the kind of stuff you dealing with in some of these places. So the dude in Turkey, when he hears the government has an issue, he probably just shut his laptop down and got up out of Dodge. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't his money that only he was taking. He was taking all those.
I know, but that's what happens on an exchange, period.
Yeah.
Like, when you got your money on an exchange, they have your wallets. Let's just say that, period.
Yeah, if it was a CEO, the CEO is looking at it like, I'm about to run off before the government just cracks down on my whole, system.
Right. So he just closed, like I said, he closed his laptop and he was like, well, next plane out of here, smoking. I don't know where it's going to land. Wherever it lands, I'm going to be there with these Bitcoin.
But let's say the same analogy is here. Let's say like Coinbase, whatever, everybody who didn't take their coins off, all of a sudden the CEO of Coinbase, with let's say they have, millions of people's Bitcoin in there, and they just all of a sudden shut down immediately and disappear, and nobody knows where they are, with no indication that they're going to set up again. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, I got you on that. But what I'm saying is that that's because in response to, I believe, the government. You feel what I'm saying?
Not the government, but people are losing.
Oh yeah, but people are gonna lose anyway if they keep their funds in a custody position too long. That's just the way it is. Like, it lends to that. Because think about this, y'all. Like, imagine the government saying that they wanted to come crack down and saying, hey, we think Bitcoin is cool, but we think it needs to be in the hands of us. They could go to Coinbase right now and get tons of Bitcoin. They can go to Coinbase and say, listen, we're going to give you the dollar, because they can print all the dollars they want. We're going to give you the dollar value. Matter of fact, we're going to give you a 50% up on what's in here so everybody gets their money, but we're going to take this gold. We're going to take this Bitcoin off your hands. And where do you think they would go first? They're going to go to Coinbase. They're going to go to Gemini. They're They're going to go to Binance. They're going to go to all of the regulated exchanges that are within the United States of America, and they're going to tell them, turn over your Bitcoin. And if they do that, then all of those people who don't have it, they'll get their quote-unquote cash money for it, but they won't have their Bitcoin anymore. And the people who took their Bitcoin, put it on cold wallets, and put them up somewhere so they can keep them out of harm's way, when the value of Bitcoin continues to rise, because now it's a government game, they'll still have their wealth for their families moving forward.
Yeah, it's like a digital war that we don't even know the underlining purpose behind. But they want to basically get hold of all the Bitcoin that we already have, and basically buy it up. And now we don't have anything to hold on to because we've gotten rid of it and traded it out for cash.
You know what's so funny? Maurice said, "Is that legal?" Maurice, you know what's so funny? It's happened before. It happened with gold. They went and confiscated all the gold at all the banks. They went and confiscated
the U.S. government.
The U.S.
government. They can do what they want to do.
It happens with real estate.
Yeah, eminent domain.
Eminent domain, exactly.
Eminent domain. It happened with gold. They took the gold. They said, listen, we don't want gold in the hands of the citizens. We'll give you your bread for it. Here you go. Here's some notes for it, so you can still have the quote-unquote value of it. But we're going to take this and put it up in our vaults. I don't think everybody turned their gold in. There was some Scrooge McDucks out there that had underground vaults and safes, and they dug holes. I don't think everybody did that. You know what I'm saying? But those that did, think their families didn't get to benefit from holding on to that gold for years to come.
Yeah, so that's why it's important right now that we hold on to the Bitcoin that we have, or that we are accumulating, because in the future it's going to be worth a whole lot more than what we're even able to comprehend right now. Because of, just like Lamar said, once these big governments come in and push the price up, imagine having to look at Bitcoin at $120,000. People are going to be like, man, I'm never buying that. But people have that same attitude now. And they even had it when it was 20,000. They thought it was too high then, but now it's 50,000. So the longer you wait, the less Bitcoin you're going to be able to accumulate. So that's why we always preach, accumulate as much Bitcoin as you can without altering your financial situation. Put it on a cold storage and freeze it. Like, literally let that Bitcoin freeze. Don't even worry about it. Just keep your keys and keep your passwords and all that stuff, and just freeze that Bitcoin. Every time I make a purchase for Bitcoin, I just send it to the cold wallet. Like, people should get in that mindset of, I'm not letting my money stay on this app or this website or this exchange because I don't trust it. It's just the same thing as like letting the money sit in the bank, but the only difference is it's got a potential to grow over here, but someone still is over your money. So we want you guys to be able to access and have your own money. And that's why we preach it that way.
Yeah, that's real, man. Listen, shout out to everybody on Facebook. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. I know it sounds a little bit doom and gloom, but what we really saying is it's not doom and gloom. This is a time to celebrate, because right now you actually do have access to go get you some freaking Bitcoin. You have access right now to go buy Bitcoin, to custody it yourself, to hold on to it, to secure it, to put it up for your family. Right now, you have that access. Now, in the future, we don't know if that access is still going to be present, but at least right now, we know you have that access, and you can make that decision today.
Can you imagine if they started putting barriers in buying Bitcoin? Like, you had to have a 750 credit score to buy Bitcoin, or you had to be this, or you had to be that. People would be fucking jumping through the hoops to buy it then, but there's no barriers whatsoever. That's why people don't look at it as like a demand right now, or they need it because it's so easy to accumulate. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting. You saying if it was forbidden, more people would want it.
Man, they'll have hella Bitcoin. I got me some Bitcoin and shit. That got me some, but since it ain't they're not looking at it like a finite asset. They don't have any demand to accumulate. That's why they try to go to the next best thing. Oh, this is this coin, that coin. But people just sleeping on the future of Bitcoin because they're just looking at the price, not knowing that price is just a dollar value, and the dollar is going to continue to decrease. So if the dollar is going to continue to decrease, that means the price of Bitcoin is going to continue to increase.
Man, Today's been a little bit scary. What y'all think? What's going on, Miss Naja? How you doing? I ain't heard you all day. What's going on, Miss Naja?
I'm just sucking it all in. This is an incredible conversation. I thought I saved my voice since I'm about to be talking for 45 days on the road. So I'm just sitting back. But it's fabulous. All the different points of view, you all are on top of it.
Hey, did you get the merch?
Hold on. See, you who running this show, man? See, that's what I'm talking about. You the dude in the crowd talking about, hey, man, make sure you talk about look, I was setting it up, man. That's why I talked to Miss Naja. No,
I'm a heckler.
Yeah, you good though, man. You good. No, listen. So I want everybody to understand. I just talked to Miss Naja. Miss Naja is putting on a tour around the hoods. She's going to trying to go to every hood in America if she can, and she needs to make sure that she gets our support. So what we doing right now, we are actually selling merchandise, limited edition Black Bitcoin Billionaire shirts, which a lot of y'all wanted anyway. A lot of y'all keep saying, Mom, where's the merch? Where's the merch? Where's the merch? Go to merch.blackbitcoinbillionaire.com. That's merch, MERCH, at blackbitcoinbillionaire.com. Go there right now, and what you're gonna find is the ability to buy a shirt and a hat, and you can buy the bundle and save 25%. If you buy a shirt, you can save 25% on the hat, which is a really cool deal. But here's the thing. A lot of that money is going to go not only to Miss Naja, but also to what we're doing in Miami. We are getting a mansion in Miami for the Black Bitcoin Billionaires to be some sort of almost like a reunion for all of us to come together and have a place to meet each other. Because we've been on this clubhouse, we've grown this club to almost 100,000 people, y'all. Y'all realize we only 4,000 people away from 100,000.
Hold up, standing ovation. Clap. Congratulations.
Yeah, come off your mic. Everybody come off your mic. Let's make some noise.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is awesome.
So it's because of all of you all, the reason why we've grown this club so big, the reason why we've gotten people their first Bitcoin, the reason why we're able to play these games, the reason why we have such great supporters like Exodus, who supports the Genesis block. We got Cash App. We got Casa, keys.casa. We got the Fold. Yes, we got Fold. We got Crypto Blockchain Plug. We got the Black Wall Street app. Because we have all of these wonderful supporters and you guys is allowing us to keep this thing going. So a lot of y'all have been asking me, Lamar, where's the merch, man? I need to get some merch so I can look good. We have made an incredible shirt and hat set that has been designed by our very own Toshi Tino. That is merch.blackbitcoinbillionaire.com. You can even find it on blackbitcoinbillionaire.com right now. We've already had a ton of orders since I put it up last evening. So I would like to say shout out to everybody that's supporting. But that money is going to go a long way toward us keeping this education going and staying together. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I know a whole lot of y'all are seeing I know a whole lot of y'all.
Lamar.
Yeah, what's up, Doc? Yeah, go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Ordered, and you use Apple Pay, so it made it so easy. I did that in like 2 seconds. That was awesome.
Dang, you ordered that fast?
You just ordered one?
That fast.
Yeah, I just ordered two.
I just ordered. Boom,
That's crazy. Hey,
I got my shirt and hat on the way.
Hey, listen, there's only 2,000 of them, y'all. Like, we gonna keep doing these in limited edition. Toshi Tino's an amazing designer. He has a group of amazing designers, and so we putting them out. And whenever you see the next one, it's only gonna be 2,000. We only selling 2,000 at a time. It's almost like an NFT without being an NFT. You know what I'm saying? We only doing limited edition. So if you don't get it, you don't get it. That's fine. You know what I mean? But if you get it, if you can get that shirt, man, get that shirt and make sure that you know that it's going towards a great cause, which is definitely Miss Naja Roberts and her tour. And matter of fact, I want to give you the last 5 minutes, Miss Naja, to talk more about your tour and what you're trying to do this summer.
You know what, Lamar? I talked to you a few days ago, and I'm trying not to go to tears because I just appreciate you, man. Everything that you're doing. I literally did not think you were going to roll it out like this. And this is me first hearing it. But you guys got to really understand, we can definitely get sponsors for a whole lot of stuff. But when you're making your message clear that you want to affect change in certain communities only, it becomes a lot more difficult. than just having sponsors just running up to the table, because they want you to educate everybody. And while everybody needs education, our community needs education the most. And so we're sticking to that. We're staying steadfast. And brothers and sisters, I just want to say I appreciate you. We are coming, hell or high water. We will be in 32 cities starting Friday.
Wow. Wow. Come on, let's clap for that. 32 cities.
Yes. And so I just appreciate you all. You all just don't know. You know, I know what the struggle is. I know what Lamar goes through. I know what all these moderators go through. I know all the stuff that we hear. And just for us to be working together is incredible for me, because this is not an I thing. This is a us. This is for us. So when I pull up in your cities, if you have naysayers that don't really want to get into cryptocurrency or Bitcoin or whatever, we're going to have some vouchers, some ice cold wallets that I call them. I'll be working with Lamar to get that set up. So we're going to be honoring giving you Satoshis right on the spot, where we're not having to have Bitcoin and travel with it. So we're going to make sure that we do this thing right. We are going to make you very proud of us in your different markets. We got a lot of stuff planned. Any ideas, anything that anybody has in any of those markets, please reach out. We're starting to meet with different people in those markets over Zoom over the next couple of days. And I'm excited, y'all. Our bags in this house are packed. We are ready to roll. We will be leaving Friday no matter what. So we're coming. And I was determined to do this with or without sponsorship, because, again, this is for our community. This is for us. We need it, and it's going down. That's what I'm saying.
Miss Naja, that's the reason. Let me tell y'all something. The reason why I didn't even really tell Miss Naja everything that I'm trying to do, because Miss Naja knows I'm always trying to help everybody, man. But Miss Naja especially, people that do, I gotta get behind them. Like the people that actually get out here and do the thing, I gotta get behind them, because everybody ain't doing. There's a whole lot of people talking, but everybody ain't walking. And those people that walk, I got to figure out a way to help them out. And so we got this merch out. People been telling me to get this out. And I just thought, I was like, you know what? We need to get this out for Miss Naja. We need to get this out for Miami. And here's the other thing that I'm going to announce right now. We are going to the Virgin Islands. All of you all said y'all wanted to have a retreat. So from the 6th to the 13th, there's going to be a group of us in the Virgin Islands. So if y'all want to come down with us to the Virgin Islands, we're going to go down there and just hang out. It's a vacation. It ain't about us being up under each other the whole time or nothing like that. Bring your boo, bring your family or whatever. You don't need a passport to get to the U.S. Virgin Islands. We're going to be in the Virgin Islands from the 6th through the 13th. And on the 12th, we're going to try to have like a one-day get-together. So all week long, we'll just catch up like we used to do in college. Hey, man, what y'all doing today? We'll find places we can go. We go to the beach together. We go walk some trails together or whatever. But we all are going to be right after the Miami Bitcoin Conference, which is it's really the 4th and the 5th. The 6th through the 13th, that week is going to be Black Bitcoin Billionaire Week in the Virgin Islands. Me, Zay, Sinclair Skinner, we all planning to be down there. Like, y'all come on through. We'll have a good time. We'll figure out how we gonna get together. Of course, we're gonna be on Clubhouse doing it. But if y'all want to come and just meet up with a bunch of us, we are going to have an amazing time in the Virgin Islands. So we got Miami on the 4th and the 5th. We getting a mansion for that, so that y'all can come through. We trying to do some other things. Shout out to Crypto Quavo for the idea. You know, he's the Lambo man. I don't think like mansions and yachts all the time. I'm more country. I think acres and barns. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Crypto Quavo for thinking about it like that, and then shout out to Miss Naja for inspiring all of us to continue to push this message across the country. So listen, the best way y'all can support, go to merch.blackbitcoinbillionaire.com. Y'all know we don't be trying to sell a whole lot of stuff on here. Like, we all got classes and all that, and we try to keep that away. But this right here is for a very important cause, and every time we sell these new t-shirts, that money's going to go either back to the people or to something else that we're doing to try to give back to more people. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to everybody doing an amazing job. Thank y'all moderators.
Here's a question, Miss Naja.
Yes,
Some call you Miss Naja is a modern day Bitcoin evangelist, you know, kind of like the equivalent to like the Apostle Paul, how they went around spreading the message, you know. So Miss Naja, I know that, you know, you're very one thing you don't like doing is like you never. I mean, it seems like you never want to ask for support from the people. But I would like to is there a direct way also that we can contribute if we feel so inclined?
Hey, T Mac, whatever you donate, I'm gonna match it. Don't get me started.
Hey, let me crack it off. I'm gonna start out with $1,000.
Oh,
I'm with you, Black Regal. I'm with you too, Black Regal. I got you. I'm matching that.
Oh man, y'all gonna make me cry up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here.
Well, you need to. There's no way.
Y'all. Absolutely. So yes, you can definitely. I mean, you all can. Well, let's talk. Let's get it going. And I would love to have each and every one of you out at those different sites. So that's huge. So thank you. I'm accepting it. I say thank you in advance, and I appreciate you.
Okay. Send me an address or something in Discord, Miss Naja, a BTC address.
Yeah, for sure, Miss Naja.
Boy, let me just get a moment of silence right quick, just to give thanks.
Thanks. Gratitude, man.
Woo! Just glad I get inspired to be around you. You guys inspire me.
Quavo. So listen, y'all, we are on the second half of our show. And I ain't seen many questions on Facebook much. But I know there's plenty of people who keep raising their hand trying to come on stage. So we definitely want to give them an opportunity. But I just want to say thank y'all. Let me explain something to y'all. I'm going to tell y'all something that, that most of y'all don't understand. The reason why all of these corporations have supported Black Bitcoin Billionaire the way they have lately is because Black Bitcoin Billionaire supported themselves first. Like, don't get it twisted.
Thanks.
Don't get it twisted. The corporations were not the first one to give. We all gave to each other well before the corporations came in. And now you're seeing it again. You're seeing the same spirit within the Black Bitcoin Billionaires again. Like, to help Miss Naja get this tour off and popping, to make sure y'all get some dope merch on your back, to make sure we do this Miami thing, because this is just the beginning. There are so many things we are working on in the background right now. Y'all just don't understand. And all of it is for our community. All of it is around us freeing ourselves. And like somebody just said, Miss Naja is the young Harriet Tubman. That's what she was gonna put on the bus, I think. Like she's leading people in the Underground Railroad. Like, that's real. And I'm jealous of that because Harriet Tubman is like one of my heroes, and y'all would never say I'm the young Harriet Tubman because I'm a man. But I would. Hey, listen, y'all can call me the young Harriet Tubman too.
y'all want to know real? Y'all want to know some real talk while we?
Yeah, what's going on?
We literally were going to call this the Financial Underground Railroad Tour, but we got so much blowback from our young people and our influencers that felt like they didn't want to go into the past. They want to deal with the future. So we changed the name. And so hearing y'all say that, I know that we were on the right track. So I appreciate you. And we're going to show up and make sure that our community is well educated and that we leave 1 million Satoshis wherever we can leave them. And that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and somebody just asked, Lamar, are you still accepting ambassadors? To be honest, right now, I'm trying to build an application I call the Embassy. I'm building the Embassy application to make it a whole lot easier for us to get more ambassadors so we can keep running this thing. Y'all, it's all kinds of stuff we doing in the back. Y'all might not see it. I'm working my butt off. I'm over here hot and sweating. I'm losing weight and gaining it at the same time. I don't even know how you do that. Like it's crazy out here in these streets, man. But Sinclair, what's going on? Real quick, brother Sinclair, man. I see you just came up. I was just telling everybody about the Virgin Islands, man. You gonna be in the Virgin Islands with us, Doc?
I'm gonna do my best, sir.
Because you black in the States, right?
Yeah, I'm black in the States, and definitely I want to, be supportive, and I think that's the only thing that gets me going with this space is all the beautiful black folks you've been able to pull together. I mean, to be candid, some of this stuff is gotten so hectic that just focusing on our community. So the fact that you are creating spaces like that, whatever I can do to be supportive of us is super great. And the tech is, to me, second or maybe third, but the community and the people and the sincerity of us trying to create a better life and legacy, I think that's always worth attending to. So thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you, man. And people, I just saw somebody just say, how do we get involved? Just listen. All you gotta do is go to blackbitcoinbillionaire.com and join. Hit the join button and join. Because what'll happen is you'll get these wonderful articles from our writers like Ian. You'll get updates from Miss Charlene. You'll get stuff from me. You'll be involved in that way. And then you can come in the clubhouse and we can have these conversations. And then you can hit us up on our Discord, which we haven't launched our complete Discord channel just yet. But we're trying to give people a bunch of different avenues to meet with each other and talk and learn each other so we can actually build community. Because it's patient, consistent togetherness that is going to help us. I'm trying to make sure we bring our Coinda crew together, where everybody can come in from Coinda and everybody can join in with us that has been doing this with us for a while. Somebody said, how can we get more information on the 2 events? Miss Crystal, you know how I am. Look, she knows me. So you know how I am. We've been planning it in the background. We're going to probably put more information out about it this week. I've been talking to Miss Charlene because she's dope at that, and try to get more information about the whole Miami event. And then also the fact that we just going to the Virgin Islands and inviting y'all to come down if y'all want, man. Y'all don't have to come down, but I know a lot of people said we would love to have a Black Bitcoin Billionaire retreat. Well, here it is. And the last time I checked, the dang on flights were pretty cheap down to the Virgin Islands. They wasn't that bad at all. So
where about in the Virgin Islands though? Because I just looked at St. Thomas and it's pretty sold out.
Oh man, is it for that week?
Man, that week I was looking at the 6th through the 9th, and I'm like, shit, everything's sold out unless I'm trying to drop 5 racks a night.
Yeah, see, man, maybe I shouldn't have spoke too much last night. So look,
Lamar, how you gonna spoke before you tell all your moderators?
Yeah, but I didn't know. I told all the moderators. That you just wasn't there, bro. Yeah, the mods knew. Maybe the mods are the ones pushing these prices up all crazy. So,
But Courtney, keep checking.
Yeah, keep checking, Courtney. Keep checking.
What month is it again? What month is it?
It's June, the first week of June. Yeah, first week of June.
Oh, that's perfect. Because that's my birthday weekend.
Yeah,
I'm coming.
First week of June.
Did we mention the merch, Lamar?
Oh yeah, Toshi, you coming in real late.
Yeah. Hey, he does.
That's my fault, y'all. I was looking at next month, like in a couple days.
It might have been a pump and dump on the tickets. A pump and dump.
A pump and dump, Sinclair. So look at the first, because the reason why who have jobs, they could come to Miami because it's on the weekend, and then they can just spend 1 week in the Virgin Islands and then get back to work on that next Monday. You see what I'm saying? So you can just get it all done with us, and the flights are cheaper from the Virgin Islands. It says, can we get a BBB mask? We were looking into them, Miss Tanya, but I don't really like the ones that people trying to put out. So yeah, we were looking into the BBB mask, but we'll see what we can get. Right now, we are doing any merch that we do is going to be limited because we're trying to use a black vendor, a young black vendor he's been around for a while, but we trying to use a black vendor, make sure that money goes to him, and just for pure transparency, some of the money is going to go to him, some of the money goes to the designer, of course, because we always want to make sure we take care of the people that do the work. Some of the money is going to go towards Miss Naja, some of it go to Miami, and then some of it's going to go right back to the Black Bitcoin Billionaires, like just to the club. And you see what we do with all of it, right? We run websites, we got a job site. All of this stuff happened since December. Now imagine that, y'all. Just since December, we got a job site, we got merch, we got a website, we got a conference, we got the tour going, which ain't Black Bitcoin Billionaires, but it is by proxy because Miss Naja
is Black Bitcoin Billionaires. We're putting you on the side of the RV and the toy house.
That's what's up, Miss Naja.
That's already happening. So that's it.
But think, all of this stuff happened since December, y'all. Like people say we can't do nothing when we come together. You know how many people probably got Bitcoin now that didn't have Bitcoin at all, got exposure to Bitcoin, and that didn't have it at all from this group? I know it's at least 4,000 people, and I got a list of about another 5,000 to 6,000 people we trying to get coins to now. Y'all got to remember, Cash App is one person at a time, so it's kind of hard getting it out all the time when we get so many in. But this is what we're dealing with, y'all. We got like 10, 11, 12,000 people that we are hitting with actual Bitcoin that didn't have it before. Can y'all imagine this? Like, y'all know what this is going to do in the future as this asset continues to grow and they start learning how to put a little bit more of their money and budget it into it? This in of itself is going to change the way we live. I believe it, man. I believe it. You see all of these huge companies doing it. Why in the world, when we have the opportunity to be in front of the companies, are we out here watching and looking at all of these other coins? Like, let's get what the companies are going after, so they gotta come get it from us. You dig? So I'm gonna stop preaching. I'm gonna get off my high horse on this one. Miss Naja, are you ready to do what you do?
Yes, sir. Let's make it happen.
All right, let's get it going. I have no questions. Somebody just said, "How can you join Black Bitcoin Billionaire?" That's the only question I got.
We need some music before we answer these questions.
Yeah, let's get that. We got to do our Genesis block music. Yes. This is the Genesis block from the Black Bitcoin Billionaires. We are the largest club by membership that's centered around Bitcoin and cryptocurrency on the entire Clubhouse application. We are also growing our group on Facebook. We're growing our YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube, Black Bitcoin Billionaire, make sure you go and subscribe to that. Let's make everything we do huge. We got huge events coming up. We got the what is it called? What's the tour called again, Miss Naja?
The Financial Revolution Tour.
The Financial Revolution Tour. We got the Bitcoin Black Bitcoin Miami Mansion House that's coming up. We got the Virgin Island, the Black Bitcoin Billionaire Virgin Island Retreat. It's all of this stuff is coming up. Make sure you keep checking in to blackbitcoinbillionaire.com. That is blackbitcoinbillionaire.com. Join so you can subscribe to our newsletter and subscribe to all of our wonderful information that we're putting out there. And we're still asking people to become Satoshi millionaires, even if the challenge is winding down, because we're running out of hands to send it to the people. But we gonna get everything we can. Everybody who's on the list, please be patient with us, because y'all hit us real hard after we did that podcast. Shout out to 85 South, thank y'all, man. But y'all hit us real hard, so I'm trying to figure out how to get all of these coins to the people. But we appreciate y'all. Let's keep this thing going. And now to Miss Naja with our question and answer section. Everybody came on stage. They've been waiting patiently. We appreciate that. Go ahead, Miss Naja, getting it going. And I think on Facebook and YouTube, I have no questions. I have none. Everybody just hype on there.
All right. Well, we got David to the stage. David, welcome.
Hi, Naja. Hi, Lamar. Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for doing this once again. I just had a question about, do you guys plan on doing maybe some sort of debate on Clubhouse with maybe some people that have opposing views, obviously with a really talented moderator and mediator, just to kind of give people a well-rounded perspective on the entire landscape of the industry? Do you guys,
David,
have you guys considered that?
Hey, David,
we do that every day, bro.
I do that every day. I do it on here and Twitter Spaces. So It sounds like you're an individual that wants that, and everybody knows that I enjoy smoke. So after we leave this, you and I can hop into a room and we can have a debate on the rest of the area that you think that we should have a debate on, because we use that, to be honest, David, we use that to allow people to learn, because we don't care about trying to suppress one side of information. We want everybody to get all the information that is out there, but we also want to make sure that it's all factual. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I would love to go into a room with you and have these conversations. Jakumi, you think I should set a room up like that after this is over?
For sure.
I love it, man.
I had one more question. Can I go with the other question?
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead, David.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for that. What was my other question? Naja, I was trying to look for the information on the dates for the tour. I couldn't find anything.
You know what?
Where do I go?
Absolutely. So, and there goes my absolutely, y'all. I need my shirt that says absolutely. What we gonna do in respect to the Black Bitcoin Billionaires today, I am going to get the actual tour dates up on the Black Bitcoin Billionaire website. So that's where I'm gonna direct everybody to from this call today. I'm gonna get that up. I'm gonna send it over, and prayerfully we can get that up for you today. So just stay tuned, if you will.
Okay, thank you guys once again.
You're
welcome, David, for sure.
Hey Lamar, PTR, this you when it come to debating in the crypto space.
I love it, man. I really do, man. Because truthfully, I said this on Twitter. I was like, most people have talking points that they've read through marketing. The things that I'll be saying is because I've messed with the technology and actually been building on it. So I know some of the intricacies that most people don't. You know what I'm saying?
I know, bro. It just be funny because I know you be ready to give that work.
I'll be ready, man. It's because truthfully, it's completely out of love. It's completely out of love, brother. Like, I just want to make sure that people get all sides. And if you still make a decision after that, like, I've had people get mad at me that's like, Lamar, you made me miss on Doge. And I'm like, bro, I didn't make you miss on Doge. Evidently what I said kind of swayed you that direction, but I'm so sorry about that, man. I didn't mean to do that. You know what I'm saying? You do what you want to do. It's your money. I just want to give information. That's it. Everybody make your own decision.
I think it's funny people calling out Big Mar live, calling them out, lining up. I want to be there and see that debate.
That's what I'm saying, like a battle rapper, bro. It's funny, man.
They do it, man. You should see it on Twitter. Twitter's worse. They be tweeting the heck out of me, and then I would say, here's a link. Come on in the room. And then this one dude, he was look, I'm gonna keep the show going. I'm sorry, but he was jumping up on stage, acting like it was Twitter. He would jump up, say about 250 characters worth of words, and then jump back off the stage. He was doing it like how you do on Twitter. He was like doing the same thing. It was crazy, man. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, y'all. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's okay. All I can do is laugh. Y'all are funny. All right, David. Well, thank you for that question. So, Lamar, back to Facebook or YouTube?
Yes, I don't have anything. It's just somebody says catchphrases. Lamar Wilson's is exactly, and Miss Natasha Roberts' absolutely.
That it is. That it is.
All right, hold on. I'm sorry.
Oh, hold
on. Sorry.
Oh, I was holding on for you too. Yes, ma'am. All right. So next up to the stage, we have Jeremiah. Welcome, Jeremiah.
Hey, how you doing, Miss Naja?
Good. How are you?
Oh, it's pretty good. It's always good to hear that you're doing well for yourself as well and growing. I remember you recommended Exodus and Edge Wallet. So I've been using those, and I've been using also Cash App to send my cryptos. Do you know any other app or anything that can increase the limit? Because 2,000 a day is not enough, and it's only limited to me for the sending only 2,000 and 5,000 a week.
Talking about, brother. With limits is the issue, you're doing the right thing. So I appreciate you. You can get with me offline, and I will help you out with that.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. It's nice to see you also, Lamar and Josh. It's good to see y'all always.
Oh, for sure, man. For sure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, Jeremiah, hope to see you in Miami or Virgin Islands, brother.
Man, you see he got them 2 babies, man.
Yes, sir. I just came from Florida, man. I would love to go out there with y'all, man. I just heard also the dates are
4th to the 5th for Miami, 6th through the 13th for Virgin Islands of June. June 4th, basically June 4th through the 13th. If you come into both of them.
Okay, yeah, I would love to come out there for the weekend. I'll try to do that. It might have to be myself, but I don't know. I might, my wife might be she might be feeling some type of way, so I might end up bringing her too.
Yeah, that's why I told Big Mar about my wife. I'm gonna need a note. I mean, one from Ms. Naja and from Big Mar to be able to go to Virgin Islands. I got Miami approved.
PCR. And also, I've been telling my wife about it as well, and I got her into the Black Bitcoin Billionaire group as well. She like it as well. So, man, it's always a good thing seeing this platform. Y'all inspired me to not only invest in Bitcoin, y'all also inspired me to keep investing. Because, 50,000, 60,000 was a lot, and it looked like it's a lot. But after watching Lamar course, that's like, man, if I would have known that 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I would have been kept invested. So that's a good course you did also, Lamar.
Oh, thank you, man.
It's
Thank you, Jeremiah. Thank you so very much. You take care of the babies. We will see you. Definitely see you. So hope to see you when we hit these cities too around this country. So looking forward to it. All right. Nothing
Yes,
on
ma'am.
that.
Thank you. Ms. Naja, before you go on,
Yes.
since they I'm sorry, the gentleman mentioned the course. Maybe we should tell them where it's located in case they want to get involved. It is located at U as a university, one letter, U.sunjoin, like the sun, SUN, join, JOINED.com. And you can use the promo code BBB to get a discount. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. That is an incredible course, and thank you for giving us that information. So, Lamar, anything on Facebook?
No, ma'am. People are just over here having a good time. They said we need a BBB anthem. Sean Whitaker said we need to get our own anthem. Miss Shalonda said tell them to come on Twitter Spaces too. Hashtag debate. People like those debates. And then D Mazaja said there's your answer, Carrie. So I don't know where Carrie must have said something earlier. I didn't see a question. Oh, it goes. Okay, here it goes. I need to know how and which wallet I should purchase. There you go, Carrie. So yeah, that was a question. Can you all give them some wallets and a place to purchase the coins?
Well, let me say this because I have a couple people that said they can't wait for the website to get the upload. You can, for the tour, actual tour days and dates, you all can go to theblackwallstreet.com, the blackwallstreet.com. You have to put the word the in though. Theblackwallstreet.com. That's where the tour is. As far as the wallets are concerned, we have Exodus wallets.
Shout out to Exodus. They support us. They support this actual show.
This actual show, Exodus. And then when you go to the Black Wall Street, you will see a wallet that will be launched very soon. Anybody else? I have, you can pick from the Edge wallet. Edge wallet is also it's not also, it's a wallet that I use every single day. Edge wallet supports the community with Satoshis to give to our crypto virgins. So we appreciate them. And then anybody else, I'll mute out.
The Ledger wallet, which is a code wallet. Also the Trezor, Trezor. And then we also have the code card. So those three are what we would call code wallets. And then keys.casa. Keys.casa actually has a single key wallet as well. You can go to keys.casa and use the single key wallet for free. And then they have programs for multi-sig, which is multi-signature wallets, which actually give you a little bit more security because you don't have one single point of failure. So keys, KEYS.casa as a multi-sig as well.
Hey, you know what, Lamar was going to suggest too, that we continue to educate people when they get, especially these cold wallets, which are wallets that are offline, or even the Exodus wallet. Had a situation 2 days ago. I thought I lost my password to my Exodus wallet. And I was freaking out. So, just to encourage people to put them in safe places, that kind of thing. Maybe have a backup, even though they write them down. I do have mine in the safe. It was actually in the safe. I just went over the paper, So I just thought about that the other day. That kind of unnerved me for a moment. So,
gotcha. Yeah, it's
definitely a scary thing. Definitely.
Miss Naja, I have to choose somebody for our Genesis Block giveaway. The people that hashtag, because look, I'm not saying it no more. We got people who know what time it is, and I got to give it away to somebody. And it looks like, let's see who it is today. Let's see. Give me a number 1 through, looks like 20. Give me a number, Miss Naja. Miss Naja, can I get a number 1 through 20?
Oh, I'm sorry. 14. I'm talking on mute. 14. Sorry about that.
Okay, let's see. It looked like it's Mr. Green 357. Mr. Green 357. If you still watching Mr. Green, he even shared the YouTube video. What is your cash tag? Yes, I'm putting that out there, Mr. Green. I'm gonna send you 5,000 satoshis, man, for doing a wonderful thing.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Mr. Green. 5,000 satoshis. That is an incredible thing. And you know, when I think about what the price of Bitcoin may reach, that 5,000 satoshis could possibly be equivalent to $1 each. Right. That's incredible when you look at this thing. So I'm super excited about that. So we're going to go ahead and move to Mia. Mia, welcome to the stage.
Hey, Miss Naja. Listen, I reached out to Dr. Shalaya, and so when you come to Boston, my crew will help you. So just let Dr. Shalaya know, and we will come and support you when you're in Boston.
I'm from Boston.
All right.
Boston. We will be there. Please, also too, if you can, because I'm going to do a national call on Wednesday night. Send me a text message so I can make sure you get the right text so you can be on the call.
Okay. Who said they were from Boston?
Mia's from Boston.
Mia. Oh, okay, cool.
I'm from Boston, and if you need a place to come by and stay and relax, you're welcome to come to my house.
We sure appreciate you, Miss Mia.
Okay, so I'll reach out to you so I can be on the call.
Yes, ma'am. In my bio is a text message number. You can just send me a text.
Okay, got it.
We'll get you going. Thank you, and I appreciate you.
You got it. Looking forward to it. Hey, Lamar.
What's up, sister? That's my peoples right there. That's Miss Mia. I love me some Miss Mia. Here's the thing. I got a question finally on Facebook.
Yes, sir. We're ready.
My man, Osai Nayuma. He said, what is a Satoshi?
Any of our moderators want to tell him what a Satoshi is?
I'll take it. Okay, young man. A Satoshi is Bitcoin as pennies are to dollars. So a Satoshi is the smallest unit of the Bitcoin. And a Bitcoin has 100 million Satoshis. So you will hear us say, stack your Satoshis. That means buy the smallest unit of a Bitcoin and build till you get to your 100 million Satoshis, which will equal 1 Bitcoin.
Thank you for that, Granny. We appreciate you. And hope that helped that young man out. We got a lot of fabulous people joining us or have joined us all day today. We've got this. I have got to pronounce this right. Is this A Centauri?
Welcome. Yes. Hey, how's everybody doing? How y'all doing?
Great. How are you?
I'm well, thank you so much. I just wanted to thank Jakumi.
Hey, sorry, the rebel.
Man,
rebel. That's right.
You suggested the color of money, and I'm about halfway through it. Man, I'm so fired up. I'm so mad.
I know, right?
I'm just ready for
book to read, isn't it?
One more time, I'm sorry.
I said that's a great book to read, isn't it?
It's absolutely incredible. In the first 2 chapters, you get so much information that you kind of feel like, well, what did I go to school for? Y'all, I'm so over everything. I'm as a Black person, the more institutions get into Bitcoin, the angrier I get at these Bitcoin maxis who've been in this space since 2009, and they have all of this this voice and this platform, and it's dude, I know you read the white paper. I read it a few times, and in reading it, you know that Bitcoin is for the unbanked. If you want Bitcoin to really do what Bitcoin's gonna do regardless, you really need to start going into deep into backwoods Black areas and teaching this to these kids. Y'all know what the answer is. Y'all have the answer, but no, it's self-serving. It's y'all think that people don't understand what white supremacy is, and you think we can't see it, but we know it. Anyway, I'm rambling. But yes, I've been fired up, y'all.
No, sister, you ain't rambling. You on the right track. That is why we're doing what we're doing. We picked the 10 poorest places for African Americans in this country And we will be there giving out the most amount of Satoshis in the next 45 days. That's for real. So we're doing main cities. But if you look at our list, we've got some on there, and they're picked because they are the 10 poorest places for black people in this country.
Yeah, no, I see that. And I'm so proud of it. Like I work in the deep south, right? And so I'm trying to get a bus of kids ready, like, to go to wherever y'all are going in Atlanta. It's taken a lot because more people think like Dogecoin is like the Walmart to like Bitcoin being Target. And it's like, yeah, but why would I go and spend all of that in Target when I can get all of this at Walmart? And it's like, it's not about either of those, because both of those corporations stole from us. Like, it's about us having our own and building our own, and them not being able to bomb it or blow it up or shoot us out from it. Like, you don't know what we got. You don't know how we're using it. And if, like, our color is now a shield of protection. It's like a badge of honor. It's like, you know what? I'm not going to give you cash because I respect you as a black person. I'll spend sats with you because I love you. White people, fuck y'all. I mean, and I
hold on.
Look. I say that with the utmost love and respect.
I feel you. But we
gotta be pro-black, and we gotta put us first. And I love everybody because I serve Jesus. I'm not going to hell for nobody. I love everybody with everything. But now's the time for you to either be an ally or like not. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be an ally, then support black businesses. Go to black people. Spend sats. Get sats. Like, Strike has made it so easy for us to like patronize one another and patronize each other well, simply because of our skin. Like, if I know if I'm going to a black restaurant, I'm gonna eat well, and I'm gonna make sure that I tip her in sats because I love her and I love her family and I love her sacrifice in time. Like, it's a mind shift. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying fuck white people because I don't like white people. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying, hey guys, it's about us now, and if you're not going to get on that bandwagon, then I'll give you cash, because guess what? Cash is cheap, and black people deserve hard money. It's about loving ourselves. I'm not saying fuck nobody in a hatred type of platform. I'm just
you fired up. We got you. You're emotional right now. Shit. You look. Reddy's a white dude. He's hype. But nah, man, we got Reddy. We got a couple white moderators, so we gotta be very careful, because you know what I'm saying. Everybody ain't the same. Just because they a certain skin color don't make them.
Lamar, they're Bitcoiners, man. If you're a Bitcoiner, I know for a fact that you don't give a fuck whether I say fuck white people or fuck black people, because you understand that the unbanked and the banked are like, it's a war going on, and you're arming yourself up. Like, Bitcoin is protest. It was protest in its conception. It's protest in who it's helping.
That's real.
It's protest in what, like, Malcolm X was friends with a lot more people than was propagated, because they needed us to know that, to think that he was hateful. Like, I love everybody, and when you meet me in Miami, you'll see that. And if y'all are going to BitBlock Boom in Dallas, let's do something there, because I'll be there too. But yeah, like real Bitcoiners know that black Americans have every right to be as angry as we are. So it's not about race, but for black people, it has to be, because if we ignore it and pretend that we can be colorblind, they will wipe us out with us trying to be friendly. My mom used to say, you can have people in your house, but don't invite people that's trying to beat your ass. Like, you know, like, everyone's always welcome, but you got to be able to pick and choose who sits with us. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's not our friend, even if they say it. I think we learned that once before. So forgive me if I offended anyone.
No, listen, we understand where you're coming from, sister. People on Facebook though, they said I clutched my pearls on that one. Yeah, people over clutching their pearls and everything. That was tough right there.
Do that to you, boy. That book will do that to you.
Hey, now I feel you. When it's on you, it's on you. Like, real talk. But now, look, somebody said, "Is that Caps Lock?" Anybody who know who Caps Lock is, they know exactly. Anybody who knows from the old school who Caps Lock is, they said, "Is that Caps Lock?" Yeah, we got, listen, Clubhouse got our versions of Caps Lock too. Shout out to Caps Lock. What's happening? Oh man, they tripping me out on Facebook right now. Somebody said, let me see, what did somebody say? They gave me the eye emoji when you started talking. But she's real though. You can tell that she feels that for real.
Yeah, I think it's more.
Somebody just DM'd me and said they clutched their pearls. I clutch my nuts.
somebody just put, "Thank you for that moment in Black History." Oh man, this is crazy. I'm so sorry, Ace Centuri. I'm gonna give you the biggest hug when I see you in Miami. We're gonna have to do a 6 foot hug though. It gotta be 6 feet apart hug. We're gonna have to do one of them, huh?
Man, you fired us up, sister. You
got everybody hyped. Look, you got ready out here looking. You got ready in the bathroom trying to change your skin color right now. Now he's like, nah, I can
change that profile picture.
Try to wash all that off. Oh my God!
No, it's all love, man. You're a Bitcoiner. It's all love. Bitcoiners, we get it. We get it.
It says, and then okay, so I do have a question from Clubhouse though. Through all of this, through Facebook, through all of this, it says once a Satoshi hits $10 each, will it be further broken down into micro Satoshis? It can be. That's the whole thing. It's just numbers, right? So you can literally break it down even more. You can keep breaking it down. You don't have to stop. It's just decimal places at that point.
So Satoshi's got to go to $100.
Man, Satoshi's going to $100. I think we gonna mess around by it. Just this group alone is gonna mess around by a whole country. We just gonna pick a country out and be like, okay, we want that one
and
over
move there.
Yeah, and everybody move her.
I hope y'all do it in 5 to 10 years because that's all we got to get ahead of this thing.
Man,
so
we gotta get to getting it.
Gotta get to getting.
Mac Jr. said that's some real right there. I'm telling you, Ace Centuri, you done got people hype. Look, you did this last time. Ace Centuri, I've already made her general in the Rebellion Army. She has her own planet and everything. That's why her name is Ace Centuri, Alpha Centauri, right? Like she has her own planet. She's already a general in the Rebellion. She is ready for you to join her crew. Just know they are special forces over there. That's special forces. Like they're not taking no short.
All day.
This was fun. I love y'all on Facebook, man. Y'all hilarious. I love y'all on Clubhouse too. This is a good day. Go ahead, Miss Naja. Back to you, sister.
All right, I'm looking at this next one. Ed Willie got a picture from my childhood up here. I ain't seen that in a minute. Welcome, Ed Willie.
I love Ultraman, and I'm hoping Ultraman is from Alpha Centauri, and I have no idea how to follow that. But it's an honor to talk to the Tubmans today. I have been inspired by you guys. I want to give away some Satoshis, and what I've done is I set up a lightning faucet, and if you look at my profile, there's only one link in there, and that link goes out to a lightning faucet that emits 1,000 Satoshis every minute until I'm out of Satoshis. I've checked Blue Wallet and Wallet of Satoshi, both work. So if anybody wants to start playing around with the Lightning Network, and for that matter wants some free Satoshis, they are out there for people to have.
Man, this is old school Bitcoin right here.
Yes!
We were literally talking about foxes last night, weren't we, ready?
Wow. Old school. I haven't heard that in a while. Hey, man, you got a deposit address? We can top you up a little bit.
Yeah. Hang on, I'll grab it.
We could top up the Bitcoin.
This is getting out of hand, man. Look, this is a family show, ready?
Yeah, you have to be specific.
Y'all got Granny over here laughing.
We're gonna get you some more Bitcoin, bro.
Be specific.
Well, Ed Willie, we appreciate.
Oh my gosh.
Man, and Lamar, you and I are supposed to have a talk tomorrow. You think that'll assist me in what I'm trying to do?
You mean like a lightning faucet? Yeah, we could definitely set up a lightning thing. Like for real. If you want to do it that way and get everybody lightning wallets. We could do it that way. We could do it that way pretty straightforward, you know what I'm saying?
And just to let you know, when you scan the code, it takes you to the Black Bitcoin Billionaire site. And using lnpay.co, you can also do paywalls. So you can set up like an article behind a paywall for a couple of sats or something like that.
All right.
Old school Bitcoin coming back, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
Mr. Ed Willie. and we appreciate you. And so just set us on fire.
For everybody that doesn't know, like out there, because I forgot, we on Facebook, we on YouTube, and they probably want to know too.
Explain a faucet.
It's bit.ly, it's bit.ly. Here, I can put it up. Hold on. Let me do that.
While you put it up, I'll read it.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, read it at the same time for people who are visually impaired.
bit.ly/Bitcoin Lightning Faucet.
But it's capital B, capital L, capital F.
Definitely case sensitive. So capital BITCOIN Lightning, capital LIGHTING Faucet, capital FAUCET. All right.
I just did it right now because you were talking about those other wallets, Ed Willie. I just did it right now with the Breeze wallet. So we're seeing if it's synchronizing. So I'll tell you if it works in Breeze as well, okay? And I'm gonna send you some back. I'm gonna send you a lot back so you can have it. If you just gotta send me an invoice. Is Ed Willie still there? Ed Willie.
I think he's getting.
Yeah, sorry, I was putting the invoice in my profile, but it is a gigantic string of number and letters that nobody can possibly copy and paste. So if you can retype those numbers and letters, you can refill my lightning faucet for me.
Yeah, my Breeze wallet hadn't been connected in a little bit, so it was trying to synchronize and it timed out. So I'm gonna try to give it a chance to synchronize so I can see if it works. But yeah, man, thank you very much, Ed Willie. That's really cool.
I'm happy to do it. Like I said, I've been inspired by you guys, and likely if people see me in the BBB rooms, it will be topped off. So keep that in mind.
That's
Reddy,
awesome. Keep them coming back.
Yeah, Reddy is so juvenile.
Reddy is petty.
Petty, Reddy, and Granny. Those two together are just awful. Granny and Reddy.
Hey, I love my granny.
I love her to death too. Well, that's my peoples. I love her to life. That's so funny. Y'all crazy. Okay, next up, Miss Naja.
All right. Gavins, welcome to the call.
Hey, what's going on?
Gavins, welcome. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. It's given, so like I know just the way it's spelled. It's got a French connotation.
All right, Givens, I got it.
Yeah, but no, I appreciate you guys. I actually originally when I stepped on the stage, I wanted to know the dates for Miami because I'm in South Florida, so I would definitely see you guys in June. Just let me know how I can help. I'm gonna try to get as many people to come with me, depending on however you guys are structuring the event. So I'm excited about that. And specifically for Naja, like I actually I saw your interview. I wanted to congratulate you on your interview on seeing. I think it was. I'm gonna say the network wrong. But
CNBC.
Yeah, it was CNBC.
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem. So, I'm actually. I guess I'm gonna have to get with you one-on-one because I want to try to put in a good amount of capital in now. I've been with you guys since pretty much I want to say January, February, just learning, getting educated. I talked the other day about you guys are one of the few rooms that allow space for other people to talk about other things, but just in such a respectful manner. So I've appreciated that and been super educated. But I definitely want to support your blockchain and your exchange. So is it better to just text that number that's on your profile so that we can set something up? I'm kind of sick. I missed the 47,000 move because I've been looking for it to go under 50 before going in, but it is what it is at this point. I might wait for a pullback if it happens, but I just want to be ready and set up with you so I can, if when I'm ready to pull the trigger, I can go ahead and invest on your exchange. So should I get with you one-on-one?
You can do all of the above. You can either text me. I just followed you on Instagram. So either way, we can get in contact right now.
Awesome. And just the last thing. So if you are around, like, let's just say, for example, 1,000,000 Satoshis, you guys recommend go ahead and moving it off of an exchange like Cash App and moving it into a warm wallet like Edge just to start off, or do you want me to wait, Naja, till we talk and figure that part out?
Yeah, since we're gonna talk today, you can wait, but just because you're asking and a lot of other people want to know, we're suggesting that you wait until you at least have 1,000,000 Satoshis, which is approximately $500 right now. So yes, you can go ahead and move it at that point.
Okay, over to Edge then. That's a good warm wallet to start off with.
That's the one that I use every day.
Awesome. All right, thank you guys. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
All right. Lamar, anything on Facebook, YouTube?
Right now, a bunch of laughing. Girl, I asked Harpo who this. They still talking about she's a superstar now. Alpha Centauri is a superstar. I purchased a small percentage of Bitcoin. Is it the same as purchasing Satoshis? I think that's what he was typing. Yes, that's exactly the same thing. So when you purchase anything that's on the other side of the decimal are Satoshis. So when you have 0.1, 0.2 or whatever, then anything on that other side are Satoshis. You know what I'm saying? So anytime you purchase anything less than one, you got Satoshis. I see shout out to Luke Riddle, man. Luke Riddle was one of the early employees of Coinbase. And I think I kind of orange pilled him at an event, and then he went on to work at Coinbase. And I guess that IPO probably did that brother well. I need to go holler at him. I need to get some of my bread back from him, man, for teaching him about Bitcoin. What's up, Luke, man? How you doing, man? But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. He was just asking about Satoshi. I think I answered that for him.
All right. And Gibbons, I pulled the refresh, and Gibbons got a new picture up there. Love it. All right, Sharlita, welcome to the stage.
Sorry, hi, Charlotta. How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. I have two questions. I'm really new to the Bitcoin investing. I had a gentleman that inboxed me, and so my question is, as a newbie, how do I know I did not get scammed?
Ooh. So, okay. What do you mean? Because there's a whole bunch of ways you can get scammed. They out here.
They ask you for money?
I did. Yes. So there was a conversation. I was looking into it anyways. The gentleman gave me a ping, and we exchanged information offline. He forwarded me to a particular website. He told me to copy, I guess what would be called a BitChain address. So my money is sitting over there. So I plugged in all of my information, went in, I can see it online, but he says, well, I can guarantee that you'll make X amount of dollars at this time. And lo and behold, the money was there, but he's saying that I can't move it, or I guess I have to set up another account to be able to move it to where I need to move it. And it's going to cost me an additional $500.
Oh, no.
Scam.
No. Oh, no.
Scam.
Sharletta, right? Sharletta?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Miss Sharletta. I hate to tell you, everybody is correct. That is how they are getting our community.
Yeah, it was like I spent $1,000.
If I could ask you, when did this person contact you? Was it relatively recent?
Friday.
What was the name of the platform that they used?
So he contacted me on I have two pages on Instagram. He contacted me on my business page on Instagram. And so I looked at his profile and stuff. He seemed legit. Like, the pictures didn't seem like they were Photoshopped, just stuff that I kind of know to look for. But because I don't know anything about what I'm looking at or what I'm supposed to be, I'm a novice at this investing. it seemed like it was real. There was a whole business. He has a business line, so we connected on WhatsApp. And so when it populated, of course, I didn't recognize the phone number, or my page didn't recognize it, and it said that this is from a business phone. It's got like all of the information up there that it would seem legit, but I'm just like, I don't understand why I have to keep putting money into it.
Yes, Miss Charlita, this is the thing. So number one, you never actually need anyone in between to get you Bitcoin. And when they start to offer you all types of returns, run the other way, because the asset in and of itself returns 200% a year annually. So you don't need anybody to get you extra. You don't need anybody to flip it. You feel what I'm saying? You don't need that at all. And so just for everybody else listening, as you can hear, we all got pain in our voice because this is
I'm sick.
Like it's because look, we didn't even lose. We just feel very, very sad for Miss Charletta. The thing is, you guys, like, just like even on my lives, I have to literally battle people at the beginning of my lives every time because they keep building new addresses with new Facebook pages with my name on it, asking people to send Bitcoin. I'm not going to ask you to send me Bitcoin. Think about it. All I do all day is give away Bitcoin. Why would I ask for your Bitcoin? You guys have to understand, like, it's not her fault because this happens all the time, especially with something new. And Miss Charletta, what we call that is tuition. The money you wind up giving to that individual is just your tuition, and hopefully this is your graduation. You get what I'm saying? So you don't have to worry about that again. Like, the big thing we tell people to do is make sure you get in to some groups of people that love you and that you can ask these questions beforehand. Because a lot of times what we get, y'all, is people asking the questions afterwards. After they gave the money, after the person keeps the money, then they ask the question. One person said, Lamar, do you think Bitcoin Zay would take my money? I was like, huh? He's like, yeah, I'm talking to this guy on WhatsApp, and he told me send him some money, and then he was going to give me some more money for it. And I said, that's not Bitcoin Zay. I was like, why didn't you reach out directly to Bitcoin Zay before you gave him the money? You see what I'm saying? Like, we got to start doing it the other way around, especially when it's your money. Make sure you do all the due diligence you can and don't get greedy. Fear of missing out or have you doing things that you shouldn't do because you're trying to get money quickly. This game, listen, Bitcoin is at the very beginning, y'all. I want to let y'all know it. It looks like the price is real high. We sitting around $50-something thousand. It seems like the price is really high, but we are still really, really early in the game. Only 1% of the world even owns Bitcoin. So just know you're early and you don't have to chase any of this. And Miss Charletta, man, I feel bad for you, sis. But at the same time, it's a good lesson because guess what? Many of us have already learned those lessons, and that's why we feel so bad in our stomach. You know?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
No, you're very welcome, sister. You're very welcome. And don't let it. And here's the thing: don't let it. Just dissuade you or get you off of the path of you accumulating Bitcoin. Because think about it. If they're willing to scam you, they know how valuable Bitcoin is. They're trying to get it for themselves. So you just, put that in your past. Do what you can. If you can file a lawsuit, if you can figure out some way to attach them to it, do whatever you need to attack them back. But for the most part, we pretty much know that money's gone. And your next step is to get into a platform where you can control it. You control your keys, and you wind up accumulating that Bitcoin for yourself. And then you'll be one of us on stage like, sister, stay away, or brother, stay away, right? Like, you just got to pass that information forward so the people around you don't get hit with the same thing. But, yeah, sister, I'm so sorry about that.
Yeah, and I don't want to be like a Debbie Downer because I'm not that person at all. I'm really choked up because I had stuff to do. But I really try to support us.
Right.
And for me, it's always us that's taking advantage of us. And I got a problem with that. So I'm kind of reading the fine print, and I'm going and I'm looking, and there's no recourse. I can't say, okay, well, I can't get it back from my bank. Do you know what I mean?
Here's the question. Did you see this individual, Miss Charletta? Did you see them on a video chat?
No, they when they tried to video me, I wasn't available, and so I didn't really video them back. But like I said, I have all of the so we exchanged information on Instagram, we exchanged information on WhatsApp, and then I received what I thought was from the corporate office emails that gave me further instructions. But it just didn't make sense. Like this doesn't make sense. Why am I having to be asked to give another whatever? Now it's not making sense.
Yeah, and that's the thing, Miss Charlotta. The reason why I'm saying, like, be careful about even saying that it's us doing it to us, because a lot of these cats are in Eastern Europe. A lot of these cats are in Nigeria. A lot of these cats are in, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just people who utilize the fact that we trust people that look like us, so they'll make profiles that look like us.
Hey.
You see what I'm saying?
So this is what I would like to do for you. Since I'm trying to stack Satoshis right now, because we got to get Satoshis on the road, I would like to offer for you, since you already paid some tuition to somebody that didn't have anything to do with us, I would like to educate you and your family, do about an hour and a half Crypto 101 specifically for you and your family. So if you reach out to me, I will do that for you anytime you want. Hopefully before the end, I don't want to say the end of this week, because I have some time on the road. So just reach out to me. Let's try to make it happen, and I'll give you something for that money you spent and sent to somebody else. So just be blessed, be encouraged. And this is really one of the biggest reasons I think we need to hit the streets and begin to talk to our communities, because you know, this is happening everywhere, and people you run into, they've got a sour taste in their mouth about Bitcoin, and it's not Bitcoin. It's these idiots that are out here doing what they do. So I want to offer that to you. If you want to take me up on that,
yes, ma'am. Thank you so much,
and we'll make something happen for you and your family.
Miss Charlotta, you can't see this, but Miss Nana said, tell her if it makes her feel any better, I lost a half a Bitcoin to MTI. But she said, but I got right back in, and I'm sure I'll make that back. And then Miss Tanya said, wow, what's the Instagram name? Put that man on blast. So
yeah, so Mr. Lev, that's what I was gonna say. If you can, we just started a room where we're talking about scams, but if you could send me like the conversation that you had, we can start creating posts on the Black Bitcoin Billionaires website, so we can actually let people see how these scams go down. Because if we start sharing what you should be looking for, and then how these folks engage, then we will become more informed as a community.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
And the use of that WhatsApp number is a dead giveaway. Very seldom will you find U.S. Residents using WhatsApp. We use Zoom.
Correct.
We use our regular numbers. WhatsApp, that's usually a foreigner.
Yeah, and you know what? I mentioned it a couple times, Lamar. Look, you see me jumping back in between court, but I had a praise report I want to tell you in a second. But to your point, someone one day we were on the app on the Genesis block, and someone actually made a new profile of mine, and we've talked about this a couple times. I know Lamar has had several people make profiles, and they reached out to people as though they were me. And one day somebody made one of CJ and was reaching out as though they were CJ, but it wasn't CJ. And I knew it looked weird because it had like a dash in front of the name, something simple. And they were trying to get this information. But I have CJ's number, so I just text him and say, dude, why you not hit me on text message? Why you hit me on Instagram? And of course, we figured out it was a scam, was able to report it. So you just have to be very mindful of conversations. And if people really want to connect with you, kind of give you real legitimate numbers, they'll be able to back up those stories, and usually they'll be able to corroborate those with some type of information that's going to support whatever's going on. So definitely really be careful. Side note, I was in court with a young man who was doing 84 miles over the speed limit, which was crazy. He's looking at jail and all this other stuff. He was talking about he had this epiphany. And the great thing is I told him about Bitcoin, and he should join the Black Bitcoin Billionaires Club. So he was all into it too. He's like, man, that's it. I got to change it for my community. So I just wanted to tell the story.
When you're in trouble, you change a whole lot of stuff. You're
right.
he gonna denounce fiat altogether by the time he get to the judge. All right.
To add for the room too, I had a fake Zay reach out to me, and I just I DM'd Fred. He's not in the room right now, and I DM'd Zay directly just to ask if this was a fake Instagram name. So, you know, just for the room, this is a great community, so you can always tap in with one of the mods and make sure, you know, you're actually getting a DM from one of the real people in this room. This is a community I would check in with before you start talking back and forth to anyone posing as one of the members.
And I tell you, for the most part, we won't reach out to you first. You'll have to reach out to us first before we even, you know, DM you. We don't just DM you, you know, out of just because we're too busy to do that.
And then on top of that, like anybody that's just DMing you, period, talking finances or Bitcoin or anything otherwise related to finances, especially related to Bitcoin, it's a scam. Like you don't need anyone. You don't need anyone to do anything or to facilitate anything for you to participate in this space. So like with anybody in the audience, like I suggest, like you follow our Twitter accounts. We all have them in our profiles. That way, if someone does message you, you can come back to Clubhouse and cross-reference it with our actual real Twitter accounts. Or you can message us on Twitter and get that clarification. Because, yeah, there are people out here that are creating fake accounts and all those different things. But, yeah, we would never inbox you. And if anybody inboxes you asking you to invest in different things, like it's a scam.
And if we do not respond to you right away, don't get anxious and go ahead and do it on your own. Reach out to someone else. Do not make a move until you talk with one of us from BBB.
Yeah, opportunities literally do not fall in your lap. They really don't.
Right. Well, listen, with that said, y'all, we are at our 2 hours, so I just want to make sure that everybody knows this is the Genesis Block, brought to you by the Black Bitcoin Billionaires and our wonderful supporter, Exodus. If you need a hot wallet, if you're trying to find a way to purchase Bitcoin really quickly, go to Exodus. I also say, because I just saw a question just pop up on YouTube, go to Cash App as well. That's probably the easiest way that we have found to buy Bitcoin. But thank you all, man. This has been a wonderful day. It ended on a kind of somber note, but at the same time, it was a very educational note, which is what we do here at Black Bitcoin Billionaire. Make sure you also know that we are selling merch. Merch.blackbitcoinbillionaire.com. If you go to merch.blackbitcoinbillionaire.com, you can go and find the merch that is going to help us support Miss Naja's tour and also help us support what we're doing in Miami as a group and as a crew. And it just basically supports the whole club period. Just thank you for everything that you guys have brought to the table today. Thank you for the wonderful questions. Mods, of course, as usual, thank y'all for your incredible insight. And until next time, all I can say is live love, love life.